So what we're up to, everybody? It's about 10 o'clock at night. It's Wednesday, the 11th of August, 2021. Just got off of work about half an hour ago. Thought I might do a quick video discussing what is true self-confidence. What does it mean to be self-confident? Well, let's bring up the official definition based on the dictionary. Now, based on right here, with the definition of self-confidence from Merriam-Webster, what does that mean? Self-confidence means, let's go ahead and check this out right here. Conscious of one's own acts or states as belonging to or originating in oneself, aware of oneself as an individual, or intensely aware of oneself. So that's the official definition of self-confidence. But I define self-confidence in a different manner. What does self-confidence mean to me? Yes, self-confidence comes from awareness of yourself, but you can be aware of yourself and still not be happy with who you are and still not love who you are. There are so many people in this world that they may be aware of themselves and their personality and their traits, but they're still not happy with themselves and the position in which they are in life. But to go further, they don't value themselves. You cannot go ahead and say that you have true self-confidence if you don't value yourself, okay? And especially if you value yourself based on what others think about you, okay? See, I don't think that self-confidence comes from other people valuing you in the end. It comes from you valuing yourself over everything else, okay? Being self-confident, truly in a way, has a bit of a conceitedness to it. Conceited means that you are somewhat better than everybody else. I mean, you can go ahead and be honest and say that if you have certain qualities: honesty, integrity, hard work, and dedication. You are healthy overall as far as your emotional, spiritual, mental state, among other things. But the true sense of self-confidence, in my opinion, my own my definition, that doesn't coincide with the definition in the dictionary, is this. True self-confidence comes from when you can wake up every morning and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love who I am, I'm happy with who I am, I know myself, and I know where I'm going, and I don't give a fuck about what other people think about me. See, that's the important part of self-confidence, is ultimately not giving a fuck about what other people think about you. True self-confidence comes from you don't allow other people's opinions to define who you are. You define yourself from within. As explained in the dictionary right here, the definition is that aware of oneself as an individual. But the awareness takes it a step further when you don't care about what other people think about you. We live in a world in which the vast majority of people want everyone to be pleased by them. We live in an age in which everyone wants likes, everyone wants followers, everyone wants everyone else to like them, but they don't even like who they are. That's the problem. If you go ahead and you choose to value yourself based on other people's opinions, then you are going to stretch yourself way too thin in order to appease everyone, and you're going to end up compromising yourself in order to fit in and go along with the crowd. See, to me, that's a load of bullshit, okay? I don't think that you should go ahead and do things to please anyone except for you, all right? Because you are the only person that walks 100% in your own shoes. Okay? Most of these other people that, even your family and friends, they don't see you, what you go through every day. They only see snippets of who you are in your daily life. So you shouldn't ultimately allow them in order to determine who you are. You need to become the master of your own fate, the captain of your own ship, and the master sculptor of your life and who you are and what you end up to be. All right? There's so many people in this world that live these fake facades of bullshit lives in order to impress everyone else who also live these fake facades of bullshit lives. That's just the world we live in. Just like one of my favorite YouTubers, Nino Brown, said, real is rare, but fake is everywhere. And the reason why so many people choose to be fake is because they're scared to be who they truly are, because they don't value themselves with who they are as a person. They have no true sense of self-confidence. Okay? See, I know that I have self-confidence. Okay? If I did not have self-confidence and belief in myself, I would not be where I'm at today. Given where I was years ago to where I'm at now, I'm doing fairly well. You know, I'm working towards my goals and dreams in life. I take care of myself. I take care of my health. I watch what I eat. I exercise 5 days a week, even though the past couple weeks has been a bit of a doozy. You know, life has thrown me some curveballs. I had some issues with family. I had issues with my car. I was feeling a little sick, and I didn't know if I had the coronavirus or not, but the results came back negative from the COVID test. But anyways, I work in 2 jobs. I'm working towards wanting to go further in the culinary and food service industry. It's been tough the past year, but things are turning around, and I'm transitioning pretty soon from one job to a better job. Well, a few better jobs that I'm interested in, but I'm going to see what works best for me. All right? I make pretty good money. I'm putting money aside, and I'm setting up a path for myself that suits me the best. I'm staying in a place right now. I have a room for rent. I pay my rent on time. I pay my bills on time. I'm responsible. I take good care of myself. And I only worry about me and what I do with myself in my life, because I value myself over everything else. Whatever happens to other people is none of my business, really. Everyone's got to go ahead and determine their own fate. Everyone's got to be responsible for themselves. Everyone needs to value themselves enough to do what's best for them in order to achieve that level of self-confidence and being where they want to be in life. But so many people don't want to do it. Every day, it's like I come across so many people that you can tell they have no confidence. They have no sense of self-value. They're scared to be who they really want to be, and they're scared about what everyone else thinks about them. It's very hard to find real people who know who they are. Real people who you can just tell when you walk into a room, their presence just screams, whoa, this is a dude to reckon with. You know, doesn't take no shit from anybody, does their own thing and lives their own lives for themselves and chooses to be happy on their own terms. That's very rare. Extremely, extremely rare. And that's why I realized for myself, I am a different cut of a person, of a human being. And that's just something I have to live with. Okay? But I don't need to be following the sheep. I don't need to go ahead and fit in, go along or to get along. I don't need to live my life like that. Okay? Being your own person, creating your own self-confidence takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of courage in order to be able to have the audacity to stand out compared to everybody else. But it's more so worthwhile to live your life like this. So do you think you're self-confident? Can you wake up every morning and be happy and loving and knowing yourself and not giving a fuck about what others think about you? If you go ahead and you try to appease everyone, like your family or your friends that are close to you, I mean, it's okay to do that, but only if it's for your own benefit and to being the best version of yourself that you can be, rather than trying to appease everyone else's vision of what you should be in order to satisfy their own image and their own selfish expectations of where you want to go. No? Excuse me. It's like I could go ahead if I wanted to fit in what everyone else is doing. I would go ahead and just, by my age, get married, have kids, have a big house I can't afford, have a car I cannot afford, work on some jobs I really don't like, just to get along and fit in, and base my self-confidence based on conforming to society's expectations. I don't want to conform to society's expectations. The only expectations I'm willing to conform to are my expectations for myself. Choosing to be self-made instead of having myself being made by others. Mind, body, and spirit, self-made. That's what true self-confidence is being self-made, rather than having yourself being made by others. So ask yourself this: are you self-made, or is your self made by others? I know I'm choosing to be self-made, and that's the best way to be. But at the same time, take in what other people say to you if you can learn from them and it helps you to better yourself. Otherwise, if they're just throwing you a whole lot of bullshit that you don't need to hear, that's not going to work out to your benefit, filter that dirt out and save the gold and the rare gems that you come across from people who are worth your time and your ears in order to understand more about yourself and how you can become the best that you can be. Well, I would say of at least 95% of people in this world, they don't have very much self-confidence. What they do is they value themselves based on other people valuing them. They love themselves only through other people loving them. They feel happy with themselves only when other people are happy with them. If you need other people to make you feel happy, if you need other people to love you, and if you need other people's approval in order to give your own self-approval, that means you're not happy with yourself, and you don't love yourself, you don't have very much self-confidence. True self-confidence. Don't live your life outside in. Live it inside out. Everything, as far as a real fruitful life, manifests itself from a good relationship with you. Self-value and self-confidence. And that builds and manifests itself in all the areas of your life. Okay? It doesn't come from what you have outside yourself and more to give you value within. Create your own self as being this priceless gem, this jewel. But it requires work. Building true self-confidence doesn't come overnight. You know, the one main thing that can really help you build self-confidence that I went through is when life throws you down and you've gone through a very hard challenge in life. No one was there to help you to get back on your feet, but you step on up and you keep fighting. Because that forces you to build self-confidence and belief in yourself. If you don't create that drive, that motivation to keep pushing and fighting despite all the odds being against you, you're not going to make it in life. But if you keep fighting, you keep pushing despite all the curveballs and all the bumps in the road or the walls you come across, when life comes towards you, that's how you build self-confidence. Just as I found out, this one Roman philosopher named Seneca said, he said this: a gem is not, how can I put it? What was it again? The quote. Sorry. Trying to remember. Think. Let's see. Oh. A gem is not created without being polished, nor is a man perfected without trials. I don't think I said it exactly, but that's more or less what he said. Paraphrase. But yeah. The struggles and challenges you go through in life and what comes your way as far as new opportunities, grabbing onto those opportunities and conquering them and moving on to the next thing to keep building yourself up. That's how you build self-confidence. Life is a journey and life is a battle. But you keep going forward on this journey and you keep winning the battles in order to win the war. And sometimes you can be at war with the world or with other people. And you overcome those battles and you keep winning. That's how you build self-confidence. Challenge yourself. Build yourself up every day. Take every day as an opportunity in order to better yourself at what you do. And then you keep valuing yourself more and more and more. And you're going to think to yourself, there's nothing that I can accomplish. Just like Master P, this one legendary rapper and entrepreneur who founded No Limit Records said, and he had a lot of self-confidence as an entrepreneur. And he said this: that's why I call myself Master P, because I'm a master of whatever I do. And that's why I call my record label No Limit Records, because there ain't no limit to what I can accomplish. A man like that has a lot of self-confidence. And that's what I would want to model myself after. Not all these low life, no self-confidence, low self-value losers that you come across almost every other day. Okay? That's how you build self-confidence. And that's an example of who you should model yourself after. Or like this guy, Michael Jordan. In order for Michael Jordan to be a great basketball player, he needed to have a lot of self-confidence. But he was also willing to accept failures in life. And one of the things I remember he said is that he lost quite a lot of games, he missed a lot of important shots and whatever. But he said this: through those failures, I learned to become better. So failure is not an opportunity for you to decrease your self-confidence, but to build your self-confidence. Because you don't see the perspective as being a winner who's self-confident as when you make a mistake, it's a loss. You don't win or lose. You win or learn. But if you keep losing more than you win, you know that you're fucking up. Mistakes and all these setbacks are just opportunities for you to learn. Like I learned recently about this car I have, a 2008 BMW 328i. I had to pay over $4,000 to get this thing fixed because the HL control unit for headlights went out. So I might think I might have to go ahead and try something else as far as another car. I'll fix up a little bit, I'll train it for something else. It was a bit of a loss. I had to go and take money out of my savings, my investments, in order to pay it off. But that's just life. That's just part of how life is. And through those setbacks and through those challenges and you overcoming them, that's how you build self-confidence. That's how you become more valuable of yourself. Understand that it's all about you and what you do with your life. It's not based on what other people say and what they think about you. It's what you say and what you think about yourself. Understand that, and you're going to live your best life. Understand that you are the king of your castle. You lead your life like a lion amongst the sheep. And you are unstoppable. The world is in your hands, and you can go ahead and get whatever you want. Within, of course, your limitations. We can't go ahead and achieve everything that might desire, but for winners, there's something out there for us. We just need to find what we're best at and what we are going to win best at. I'm sorry I farted. And then build this priceless gem of who you are in order to achieve great things. And that's how you build self-confidence. Anyways, just wanted to go ahead and make a positive, encouraging video for tonight. You know, something I've been thinking about lately. So, things have been a bit of a doozy personally lately, but I'm overcoming them because I have the confidence and the belief in myself to keep moving forward. So, we'll just have to keep this journey going. As I say, I changed my YouTube channel to Dre's Journey because life is a journey. It never ends, it just keeps on going. So, hopefully you like what the video had to offer. You know, of course, like it, share it to someone else who might appreciate it, subscribe to the channel, make any comments about whether you agree or disagree or anything else along those lines, and then I'll see you all next time. For me, it's time to call it a day. Peace out. Remember, within, not outside, that builds self-confidence. And again, love yourself, become happy who you are, and know who you're going, and fuck everyone else's opinion, unless they actually have something to say. Otherwise, you don't need to hear that shit. Good night, and later.